Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We got something exciting here for you today. I got my good buddy RynoSlater on the line here.
How you doing, everyone? Hey, let's get into this, man. I'm very excited about this new PlayStation Showcase.
I know, 2023, May 24th, PlayStation Showcase. They showed off a lot of stuff. We got our top 10 coming at you. I got 5, Rhino's got 5, and we got some honorable mentions we'll throw in at the end there. All right, let's see. First one, my number 5. My number 5 most excited or anticipated game from this showcase, I would say, is Dragon's Dogma 2. So Dragon's Dogma 2, my number 5. I never played the first one, to be honest with you, so I have no idea what to expect. But from what I see from this trailer, I see tons of different races of like people, animal people, like lions with swords and shields and everything. Kind of reminds me of Skyrim. But I could only imagine it's going to be a large open world type thing. I've seen big ass dragons in there and a Medusa like enemy. And the graphics look pretty damn good. I could only imagine it's going to take full advantage of the PlayStation 5.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think it looks good.
not knowing anything about the world, the game, the first one, it's hard to kind of speak on it. But just looking at this trailer, it looks pretty sick, and yeah, that's my number 5.
I'm gonna bleed in here and probably jump a little ahead, but you can do the same later on. Instead of skipping, Dragon's Dogma 2 for me is my number 4. Uh, and like you said, it looks good. I'm getting some Skyrim feel for it as well, and I haven't played the first one. I have no idea, but I know it's some kind of a cult classic. It's
Yep.
got some good fanfare with it. It's medieval. It's dragons. You do got some weird animal people, some griffins, and I mean, I'm looking at a troll. I'm seeing Five Nights at Freddy right now, but it's definitely looks good. I'm hoping for some co-op gameplay to get in there with a buddy if possible. But overall, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that medieval adventure and slaying this dragon. If he's not gonna eat my heart, I don't know.
Yeah, right. um, it would be kind of sick if you can get in there on like on co-op and maybe like slay a dragon with one of your buddies, or maybe even tame it and ride it around the land. I don't know.
Yeah, in the trailer, you actually see them do like a high five emote type of situation,
I saw that. Yeah.
and I'm not sure if that was like player on player or if that was just you know NPC, or I guess that wouldn't be NPC. That would be kind of odd. Just high fiving your buddy, like, "Oh, thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, just some
You can go back to
NPC.
following me forever."
Yeah. Yeah. So that was your number 4, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um.
You
All
want me
right.
to
So
jump back
yeah.
into
Give me your number
number
5.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's kind of out there. I've seen it at past showcases from PlayStation. I'm not really sure exactly which one, but Teardown. This is looks like a Minecraft just with smaller blocks and destruction. I'm not sure if the goal is to make as many explosions as possible or uh, just tear everything apart, but it looks just like a solid, fun pick me up an hour a day or just sit back, relax. You don't want to get anything any serious. Just go and have some wacky fun.
Yeah.
Uh, and some of those games like that are just underrated. So I'm actually really excited to get in there and just try it out and hope the gameplay is just immaculate. So it's just pure chaotic fun.
Now, do you know, is it like based on Minecraft? Like, is it by the same people that made Minecraft, or is it like a completely different game?
Oh man, I'm assuming it's a completely different game, but it's I don't even know if they can legally do that, but I guess they can.
Hmm.
But I mean, it literally looks like Minecraft, just smaller blocks. I mean, look at that, just a spray and everything.
Yep.
But It just looks like blow me up fun, and I forget which game it was back in the day. It was one of these car games, Driver 2 or something, where you would drive and just make the biggest wreck you could make.
Yep.
And this kind of resembles that, man. You just go in there and make as much destruction as possible and get out.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, what I wrote for that was it looks like Minecraft, and I don't know. I just can't get past those pixelated graphics and everything. It's just not for me. It's not anywhere on my radar. I don't like. I do think it looks cool, like a big open world, like destroy anything type game. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever even pick it up just for the graphics alone.
Yeah, I'm really looking for the $20 bin for this. It's not. This isn't a day one for me.
Yep.
But I mean, there's a PlayStation sale or something going on, and I just want to try something new. This is definitely one of those more indie, small titles that I don't have a problem diving into
Yeah,
and
I
checking
mean,
out.
that you bring up price. That's another good point. Like, is it like maybe at a $20 price point, it's worth jumping in and checking out. But I can't see paying any more than that for something like this.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm a stickler for paying prices, but the $70 price tag, man, is horrendous.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and I'm not loving it, but I do pay it for some of these other top games that I have in my list.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I'll pay $140 for my number one if if it came down
Sounds like
to
a collector's edition.
it. But anyway, let's move on. My number 4. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16. Um, I haven't played a Final Fantasy game since 10 back on the PlayStation 2. What kind of held me out of the series for so long was the turn-based combat. Not a fan of it. I feel like it's so slow. You just like, come on, get it over with already, and just slows the pace of the game way down for me. Um, but with 15 and 7, the remake of 7, I know they got rid of that, and I really like the gameplay, but I still never really got into it. But with this one, 16, um, just seeing kind of the art style they're going with and the big epic boss battles that we're looking at right now, um, I think it's going to be a good one for me to jump back into and really give it some time. Maybe make some videos about it on the channel, maybe. I don't know, but I think this one's good enough for me to to draw me back into the series.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job at hopefully drawing you back in with a new combat. I mean, this is Devil May Cry style combat. I don't know how much you played of that, but it's I forget who makes the combat, man, but they do such a good job at making it fluid, fun, and reactive, and not something stale. And I agree with you. Sometimes these turn-based combat, at least to this day and age, can get a little old when everything like this is being presented to you. Uh, but back in the day, I know you played Final Fantasy Timon, and that was like the only one to get you into it, man. That was one of the best ones to play.
Yeah.
So at least you have some of the good taste of Final Fantasy. Arguably, I think some of that's Final Fantasy VII. That was a little bit before my time, but I did play remake. But
At
I'll jump in
10,
here and let you know, man. This,
was 10 the one where you could ride around on that one of them yellow birds or whatever they're called?
yeah, they're called a chocobo, man.
Chocobos, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump in here and let you know this is my number one. And Luna, as you may know, is one of my daughters. If you don't know, there's a girl named Luna Freya in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's kind of where I got Luna from, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Wow, so you liked it that
My wife,
much.
yeah, my wife. Well,
You like the
I
character
like
that much, I
Luna.
guess.
Yeah, my wife might feel a little different on where it came from, but I'm
We'll
a
keep
huge
that
Final
between
Fantasy
us.
guy. Yeah. But yeah, that's my number one, man. I'm looking forward to the new combat, the epic scale battles with Ifrit. Well, they got Shiva, a Phoenix now, Bahamut's back. Uh,
Oh, so
I forget some of the
these
other
are all
ones.
characters that have been in previous games.
Some of these are what you would call an Aeon or an Esper in Final Fantasy 12. Yes, these are typical things that somewhat change every Final Fantasy design a little bit.
Hmm.
But yeah, they definitely pull from some of the older Final Fantasies and reintroduce them, which is pretty cool.
Wow, that is pretty
Uh,
cool.
and just looking at that image, dude, that Ifrit, that's that dragon looking dog thing. I
Yeah.
mean, That's just a badass looking cry, scream, whatever he's doing. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but yeah, you play as Cloud, man. I'm super excited. It comes out in 1 month, June 22nd, I think. Yeah, it's right there in face.
Yep, yep.
Man, this is up there.
So that's a day one buy for you, you're saying.
This is a day one. And if the collector's, well, I don't have any money because I'm broke, gold boy. But if the collector's edition comes back out, I really want to snag it to get that statue of Ifrit and the Ifrit. I call it Ifrit. In the trailer, he says Ifrit, which
Yeah.
is, I don't know, different to me. But yeah, the Phoenix and the Ifrit statue, oh, it looks awesome.
Nice. I would love to get collector's editions of games and everything to get these statues and all that, but I just can't see myself forking out like $250 for some of these things.
Yeah, I'm with you. My wallet doesn't afford that right now, but I got to say, if it comes back out and I'm playing the game and it's really good, and maybe I will swing a little bit and grab that statue. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd really love to have it.
Hell yeah. All right, moving on. My number 3, Phantom Blade Zero. Now, as far as I know, this is a brand new game, brand new IP, no predecessors to it. It looks like a action-packed samurai type game. Graphically, it looks amazing, right? And they did show a lot of gameplay in this, from what I can tell. Some of it's cinematic, like what we're seeing right here. It's all cinematic, which I'm not a big fan of for these presentations. These companies just showing cinematic trailers, like, yeah, those always look good. I want to see what the gameplay is like. But here they show a lot of fight scenes. It looks crazy. Looks like hack and slash all day. And I'm very intrigued by it, to say the least.
I'm with you on this one. It didn't make my list, and that's for one factor. Is one, I like the world, I like the samurai, but I'm getting some Elden Ring vibes from it,
Yep.
some Neo vibes, which
I thought
are
the same
really
thing.
difficult. Yeah, but those games are really difficult and really to a specific audience, and it's very rewarding. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I suck at those games for the most part.
I know. Me
So
too.
I'm really hoping this game has a little bit more of a freedom in the difficulty area that allows you to actually play through the story and have a little bit more fun instead of screaming at the TV and throwing your remote across the room.
Yeah, if this boss he's fighting right here don't say Elden Ring, I don't know what does.
Yeah, look, he's hiding, man.
But look at him running up and jumping off the girders on the ceiling and everything. It looks just sick.
Yeah, he's got some. There's some extra. There's some pretty cool character design here, and that's what's kind of screaming Ninja Gaida. But like, I love this kind of world building. He looks crazy. The guy with the lion fist gauntlet, whatever. But
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. I'm a little scared about the difficulty, but I do want to jump into it because Bloodborne, uh, as far as I never beat that game, but I got really far. I really enjoyed it. I sunk a lot of time into it. The world was just amazing. I love that Gothic era, and
Yep.
if this can capture that in this era here, oh man, I think it has great potential.
Yeah, I love games that build a world and dress that world to make you feel like you're actually in it. Like, make you feel like it's an actual place you can go to somewhere.
Yeah,
It's when it just that much immersion just captures me, and I love it. You want to go with your number 3?
yeah, it was a great choice, by the way. My number 3 is spinning off of my love for Subnautica, and these building games. I've sunk plenty of hours in Tower of Agasha. I'm not sure
Okay.
how you say that.
Yeah.
Uh, but this is one of those things where it's taking on the building, but it's also got to really live in that world building place to really surprise me and draw me in. Because I can build stuff in any other game, but if they, I mean, look, it
Oh
just
wow.
looks from ruins to a whole town that you kind of get to go build, and that's somewhat addicting and relaxing to me. But also being able to explore and see these new creatures and new areas, and hopefully see these things just transform. I'm kind of excited to see. I don't know what the combat is, or if it's just exploration and collect items, but um, Subnautica drew me in hard in the style game. So I'm hoping this would live up to some of that hype.
Yep. When I was watching this the first time, I didn't notice all the building stuff. I don't know if I was just skipping through it quick, trying to prepare for this, but I didn't notice there was building like that at this level. Um, so yeah, and I mean, this kind of bump, it's not on my list, but it's kind of bumped it up in my head a little bit. I might jump in and check it out if it's like on sale somewhere or something.
Yeah, this is definitely not a $70 title at the moment, if we're talking like game price. But I could see this coming down to probably a $40 range for me,
Yep.
and getting a little excited about it, especially depending on the time. If it's in between some of these bigger releases, and I need something to kind of pick the pace up and jump back into something new, I could see that being a great deal.
Absolutely. Um, okay, so let's go to my number 2, which will be Marathon. Brand new IP from what I understand from Bungie. And honestly, what makes me so excited about this game is Bungie is making it. Um, I've been a fan of Bungie ever since the Halo days, the OG Halo days, Halo 1, 2, and 3. They are the definitive Halos in my eyes, Halo 2 being the best. But they make awesome games. I was heavily into the first Destiny game, not so much Destiny 2. I feel like it was just more of the same. Um, I know a lot of hardcore Destiny fans out there probably disagree with me on that, but um, don't feel like they changed it up enough from the first Destiny to keep me engaged for Destiny 2. Um, but they make a hell of a first person shooter. Um, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this one. How about you? What'd you feel about this?
Yeah, the vibes I'm getting from this is it a Call of Duty? Is it what kind of gameplay is it? Is it open world?
So
I'm not really
yeah,
sure what type of shooter it's going to be. That's going to be the next big thing here.
yeah.
I'm not a Bungie fan.
I don't want like a open world type multiplayer
Right there,
experience,
that's the
right?
map. I don't know if you can go back to that real quick. Pause on, yeah. Dun,
Right
dun, dun,
here.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so you can see this. This is kind of like an open world,
Yep.
and I mean, this is. I mean, we're looking at scale. It kind of looks like a smaller map that could be kind of like a Call of Duty map, but some of the trees make it feel like it's a bigger open world map,
Yep.
maybe Fortnite-ish or something. But that's why I'm really triggered. Like, how is the gunplay going to work out?
Right. You bring up a good point. I wonder if this is going to be like a with the open world thing. I wonder if this is going to be like a battle royale type shooter. But I hope not. There's plenty of those out there. What I want is a very good arena shooter where you get dropped into a map that's not extremely big. Obstacles to hide behind, of course, and everything. But it's just you spawn with the gun, your opponent spawns with the same gun, and then there's power ups around the map, like the old Halo days. And you just rush to those power ups, and whoever controls them and controls key points of the map wins the game. That's what I want to see out of this one.
Yeah, I don't think we have any clue on if that's going to happen. I never played the Halos, but man, we can speculate all day. But it looks good. I'm liking the scheme with like the little uh, doll bots, whatever you call them.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, I'm excited to see more. I will at least say that, but I need a little bit more taste of it before I can put it on the list.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't have gameplay in this trailer. It's just cinematics, but yeah, I definitely want to see more from them.
Yeah,
Um,
this is one of those games you finally get to play in like 2030.
yeah, that's another thing. These people announce games 5 years before they're going to come out just to get
Yeah.
hype going. I hate that. Um, but go ahead with your number 2.
Yeah, so number two is definitely probably acquired taste for some people. Uh, Complete opposite spectrum, maybe a Final Fantasy, but we're going with Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Um, I watch anime quite a bit, and I've actually seen this anime years ago, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, so this is
I
based
love
on
the
an anime.
characters. It's a whole world. There's like an iOS or Android game and everything, but yeah, the first introduction I had into it is an anime.
Okay.
Um, Uh, so yeah, I mean, I jumped in. I like the anime. And I've seen a lot more trailers than just this one from past showcases, which I think done a lot better showcasing exactly what's going on and how to do this. So it looks to be like you can do co-op gameplay here, where you got 4 people going in and like tackling a dungeon and beating a big boss. But I think you can still solo it. One of the biggest things that I'm loving is you get to play as a diverse amount of characters and just like have fun, pick your favorite, and enjoy it. But uh, yeah, I'm just really excited to jump into it. It has great potential
Yep.
to be a good anime game, turning into a good hack and slash and hangout sesh. But the only thing that worries me about this is what's the long term gain, right? Am I going to come in here and do a dungeon and boss fight and that be it? And all right,
Yep. Is
whatever.
going to
But
keep you engaged.
yeah,
Yeah. I saw this. Didn't make my list. I think I'm not a big fan of the anime style. If you're going to go anime style, it's got to be a phenomenal game for me to jump in. It looks very hack and slashy where I'm not a fan of the games where the boss you're fighting is 10 feet taller than you, so you're just hacking away at his knees the whole time.
oh come on, you ain't played Diablo?
I'm gonna play Diablo 4 here in a few weeks, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know. This one just didn't do it for me too much.
Yeah, I think this takes a acquired taste to play this one, but man, I've been looking this one up every year for quite a few years. It's changed hands for a few people, and I'm just happy to see that there's potential release for 2023 winter. But
Yeah,
hopefully, there's not another delay.
yeah. So you gave me your number one already, right? That was Final Fantasy.
Yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy 16 is my number one, so that leaves your big numero uno, buddy.
And with no shock to anybody, my number one is Spider-Man 2. Bum bum
I knew you were gonna say
bum.
that. Yeah, how
Dude,
could it not be?
yeah. No, let me get to the trailer here. Where is it? Um, it just looks phenomenal already. We got
Dude, I will
Craven.
tell you right here,
Yeah.
I had no idea this was Spider-Man. I
Yes.
had no idea for the first minute and a half. I'm like, what is
I
this?
didn't know until I saw Craven come into the screen, come into the frame. Craven the Hunter apparently is going to be the big bad of this game, at least one of the big bads. The first game had multiple enemies, multiple boss fights, all culminating in the end game where you fought almost all of them, I believe.
That was
Um,
epic. Yeah.
Yep. And so I don't know if this trailer is a misdirect to where they're showing big Craven being the big bad, but I don't know if they're gonna come in and do Venom as the bigger bad, like end boss
See,
type.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see Venom. I'd like to see Mysterio at some point. But I don't know if Craven looks badass right here. If he's the
Is that
big,
crazy?
yeah, that's Craven.
And
Uh,
is he a good guy or a bad guy? I'm
he's a
assuming
bad
he's a bad
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he Craven the Hunter. He apparently travels the world hunting beasts and different things, and Spider-Man's one of them.
Oh, okay. But he doesn't have any supernatural powers or anything. He's kind of like a
I
Batman.
don't know too much. I don't know too much.
Okay.
I'd never read the comics. I don't. He hasn't been in the movies, so I don't
Can
know
you
too
back
much.
that up real quick? Can you
Yeah.
back that up real quick to that tablet screen?
Yep.
So we got Soul Black Cat, but there's a couple other characters up there I wanted to kind of see if we could point out.
Black Cat,
Uh,
Prowler,
Look at that
Wraith.
Prowler, Wraith. Wraith is new, maybe.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think she. Unless she was in, or he. I don't know what it is, but unless he was, they were in DLC. I don't think so though. 'Cause I got all the DLC for the first one.
Okay.
Tombstone was in the first one. Spider Man, and obviously Miles Morales, Spider Man. Lizard, I believe. Lizard and
Who's that guy? Go back one frame. There was a guy at the bottom right.
yeah, for Taskmaster. Taskmaster. It
Okay, yeah,
goes
the little
quick.
skull face.
But yeah. Yeah. They were all in the first one. What I want to see from this one, besides all the awesomeness that was in this trailer, combat wise and everything, I hope there's a bigger map. Like the first game we're in Manhattan, which was huge. Like you could swing from one end to the other and never get bored. I played the crap out of that first game, but I want to see kind of a bigger map, which I think we're gonna get. Um, I see in the trailer here we're gonna switch between Peter and Miles. So I don't know if that's gonna be like a free thing, like in the Grand Theft Auto 5, where you can just kind of switch characters whenever you wanted. Um,
That's an interesting thought.
but yeah, I hope it's like that where you're swinging through the city as Peter, and then you switch to Miles, and you see him just hanging out in his apartment with his mom or something, like kind of like they're living their actual lives and everything. I think that'll be pretty cool. Um, and a
Yeah,
part of
what do you think
this,
about some of the new mechanics though? Did you see the new glide that's in here?
yeah, that
The
was what
new
I was about to bring up. Miles' wingsuit.
Well, it's not just Miles. You know, Venom's got it, or Peter Parker.
Oh, do they? I didn't see that one. Does
Yeah.
it?
So in the boat scene, actually, Peter Parker has the glide suit as well a little bit. Uh, but yeah, you got that, and then you got all these new abilities with Venom. It seems like Miles has some new Thunder abilities, or at least more powerful ones.
Yep.
Uh, and now you can walk on like your own tightrope if you wanted to.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Dude, this game looks so sick. And I kind of want to make a prediction. I don't know if it's out there already or not, but I think at some point in the game, since we're seeing Peter right now with the Venom black Spider-Man suit, um, I think at some point Peter and Miles are going to be fighting.
Dude, I know, and Peter and Venom, but yeah, or
Yeah,
no, Miles and Venom. But yeah, no, dude, the epic battle between two Spider-Mans, how can you not? And if you've seen near the end of it, like the gruntiness of Peter Parker and him just being kind of like ill and irritated from, having Venom with him,
yep.
like, oh man, I'm ready for some of that depth in the characters.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I can't. I'm gonna play this on my channel, and I wouldn't be surprised if I 100% it. I was like 99% on the first one, and I never got the last couple side missions, not side missions, but little collectibles done, like the backpacks and stuff you had to find all over. But I'm gonna play the crap out of this one. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. We do know that you can't co-op, which is a sad thing that
We
we
do
can't
know
do.
that?
Yeah, it was as far as I'm
Really?
aware, and I don't remember the source, but yeah, there is no co-op between Miles and Peter Parker to
That
have
would
fun
be
with your
cool.
friend. It was a missed opportunity, and even if they did it as like a side hustle, like not part of the main story, and hell, if they do it as a DLC, it would be kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
Just saving the city with your friend,
Heck yeah.
and having like a mini that you guys can fight together if you want.
Um Last thing about this from me. Um I know they're working on a Wolverine game. Insomniac is.
Oh yeah.
I hope somehow, I don't know how they would do it, whether it be like a post credit scene after you beat the game or whatever, but I hope they tie them in together somehow. I think that would be so sick. So I'm
Dude,
excited about that
that's a
Wolverine
great
game too.
idea, dude. I was thinking like, oh, they'll put Spider-Man and Wolverine. It didn't even come to my brain that possibly we'll see like a scene where Wolverine just kind of does a little short cameo and saves the day and then moves back to Burbank or whatever. I don't know.
Is that where Wolverine's from?
I have no idea.
Uh,
I just threw a random city on there.
no, yeah, that would be freaking awesome. I can't wait for it. I'm getting this day one for sure. Um,
Did we get a release date for this one?
no, they just say fall 2023. They
Well,
say it's
that's
coming
funny.
soon, I guess, but no official date yet.
That's fine. I got high hopes, man. This is Insomniac. They did really well on the other ones. They're going to do really well with this one.
Oh
So
yeah.
the only thing we can expect from this is it's going to be a polished, well done game. So,
Oh yeah. You want to get into some honorable mentions?
yeah, I mean, just do a quick run through.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
have any
gonna bother.
timestamps for them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother pulling up the trailer for him.
Um,
Go ahead with yours.
yeah, so just I got 5 honorable mentions. You can't not put Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
Yeah, that's
We,
one of
we
mine.
Yeah, we just saw a short trailer on it, just kind of an introduction. And I've personally never been a big Metal Gear Solid. The last one I tried was a little too complicated for my small brain, but it was fun nonetheless. I did play it, so I'm interested to see more for sure on the new Metal Gear.
Yeah, so Snake Eater is a big one for me because I played that's the second Metal Gear Solid game. I played through 2, but I played through Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater 100% on my PS2 way back in the day. So
Oh, that's going to be
I'm excited to see that.
good for you.
And another thing about Metal Gear Solid is the collection they're putting out, 1, 2, and 3. I don't think they're all going to be remastered, but just to have that whole collection on PS5 is going to be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I never got into them, but I'm interested to see how they move forward because just like some of these other games, right? They have to bleed to a new audience and try new things. So that's what's got me more curious about the newest Metal Gear.
Yep, 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 yep. Absolutely. Go ahead with your next one.
A couple other ones was Phantom Blade O or Phantom Blade Zero.
Yep, that was my number
Uh,
3.
it reminded me of like Ghost of Tsushima a little bit, but
Yep.
also Elden Ring, whatnot. So again, that's the difficulty one that I'd like to figure out. Uh, Tower of Fantasy. I believe I picked this one. Let me see. Animated. So it's an animated open world. This is okay. This is another animated one. It seemed like a gotcha game, so I just want to see more about it and see if it's going to be fun. But if it's anywhere near a gotcha game, I tend to stay away from those because they're just too much of a time sink, and it's like spend
Oh
your
yeah.
money to speed up things, and it's like too much.
Yep, yep. I agree 100%.
Another one, number 4, was Sword of the Sea.
Yeah, that's the one where there's this dude like surfing around or skating around, right? On
Yeah,
a
so they've got a good name for themselves. They've made a bunch of couple indie games that are pretty familiar. I've played a couple of them. I forget the names, but again, this is throwing back to just my relaxing moments where you just take in a day where you don't want to really do a lot of heavy action, sneaking around. You just want to jump in a game and relax, and I think that can pull it off.
Yep.
Um, and my last one, unexpectedly, is the Plucky Squire.
The Plucky Squire.
Yeah, so this one is not something that I'm going to sit here and say that I'm going to play through for myself, but having 2 little children and then jumping into something, I think this was a good uh, jump in to just kind of enjoy with them and check it out and see if it's any good. Just to fool around with, kind of like Sackboy or something like that.
Yep. I thought Cat Quest Pirates of the Caribbean was that game for me. I'd sit down and play with the kid and let her enjoy it. It looks like a
That
little kid's game or something.
yeah, it's a great name too.
I know. I know. um so one of my honorable mentions was let me see. It was the Metal Gear Solid, like you said. So I'm not going to touch base on that again, but my 2 other ones was Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Ooh,
I used to be a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but I don't know, the last 5 games they came out with just didn't hit home for me. I
yeah,
like,
you got to talk about this one, man. This is Assassin's Creed Mirage. They've had a couple years on this one, and I know why it's in your honorable mention list because if it wasn't, you'd be playing it. But what I'm having issues is like I too, at least at some point, really like the Assassin's Creed games, but they feel like the same game now.
yeah,
So, and even watching that trailer, I didn't see enough separation.
yeah, no.
Um,
Apparently, the guy in this is the same guy from the latest Assassin's Creed game, Valhalla. Um, not he's a side character, not a main character in that game, but um, from what I can tell, this is his story, and I don't know, just something they all yeah, you hit the nail on the head with they all feel the same, but also, you know how in these games you are in the past and then you jump forward to the present or future, whatever it is, and
yeah,
you're kind of going with 2 storylines and 2 different worlds. I want to see like a current game in the present with what's going on now, right? I want to see more of that current world. Um, and every game that comes out, and I never seem to get it. Now, to be fair, I haven't played through the majority of most of the games that came out in the last 5, 6, 7 years. I played all through the first 4 or 5, all the way through Black Flag,
that's
and
all.
that's it. I've dabbled in the rest, but I never. even got close to finishing any of them.
Yeah, I jumped into uh, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That for me was one of the newest ones. That was my favorite. But what got me on that one was the world. It was like Roman, and I really enjoyed the world building, and that's what made it good for me. It wasn't really the story or anything. It didn't have to be captivating, but I enjoyed traveling the world. And I'm not sure that Mirage, whatever I guess Middle Eastern world they're going for, I'm not sure if there's going to be any good folklore or superstition things that are going to happen that can help build the world a little bit more and add to the curiosity. So I'm gonna wait and see on that one, and definitely uh, see where it leads.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the reviews are like with that one. My last honorable mention, I never played the first game, but Alan Wake 2.
Oh man,
I've heard a lot of good things about the first game. It's just not something I ever got into. But watching this trailer today, the graphics look amazing. It looks creepy as hell. Look, you're out in the woods dealing with some creepy group of people. I'm not sure the whole backstory of it. I don't know the lore or anything, but it looks very intriguing. So I'll be interested to see how that game is when it comes out.
dude, I'm happy you got that one into your honorable mentions. It failed to list anywhere in mine, but you're right. I don't know Alan Wake games. I didn't play the first one, but this one, not knowing that, I'm jumping into it with like a female cop. We're running through something, getting like some Resident Evil vibes. Like, oh, it's horror, but it's like more horror than Resident Evil.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, and it did really good job at the graphics, the jump scares, the overall horror feel. Like, man, if they squash that, it definitely is probably going to make it onto my list at some point to play.
Oh yeah.
So good choice on that one, man.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all I had for this one. How about you? You got anything else you want to mention, bring up, talk about?
No, it's a typical showcase. We didn't talk about any PSVR. I think they're still on their way. I think PSVR needs to find like a home run game to really sell it at the moment.
Yep.
But I did want to speak about the new devices that were announced today.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yep.
We got the new Stream Anywhere Remote Play Project Q handheld with an 8-inch screen.
Yep. 8-inch screen, DualSense controllers.
I'm a little concerned about it. One, it doesn't look like you can just set it on a table and it'll sit flat, nice and neat.
Yep.
You know, and maybe it will because it's.
I think I lost you.
You there?
Yep.
So maybe it will, but I'm a little worried about it. But at the same time, this isn't for me. Maybe if you live in an area with really good internet, but I don't have the internet capacity to do remote play at the moment. So, to anybody who can use it, man, go for it.
Yeah, when I sit down and play a PS5, I want to be playing it on my 50-inch 4K television. I don't want to be playing it like I play my Switch. So I don't think it's quite for me, but I'll be interested to see how many units these things sell, and how many people it is for.
Yeah, I think it's a missed opportunity to not have any like internal games for it. I mean, I know we don't need another Switch or anything, but I mean, Switch has proved with literally the newest game Zelda that you can make a great game without demanding crazy graphics all the time.
Yep.
So there's some stuff there, but I I hope it's for the guy on the subway who has to travel for an hour and can just enjoy it. Honestly,
Will the guy on the
uh,
subway have Wi-Fi? Because it's only Wi-Fi that it works on.
no, come on, you can't tell me I can't go outside my house and play it.
No, that's they made a point in saying that it's handheld device for remote play via Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. I mean, what do I need to live in a mansion because I can't afford to move my TV or something? Like,
Well, no, I
yeah.
mean through Wi-Fi. I mean, you could be anywhere. I would assume you could be anywhere with Wi-Fi and still play your PS5 through that device.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I can go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, the guy in the subway at least has like I don't know phone data with
Hotspot.
hotspot. Yeah.
So okay, so
Uh,
the last one of the devices is the earbuds, and I'm not sure
yes.
how I feel about those. Those are not for me either. I like my Sony Pulse headset. that I got with the PS5, and I'm good with those. There's no way I'm getting those earbuds unless something drastically wrong goes on with my headset, and I'm in the market for a new pair. Maybe I'll try them out. But especially if they're going to be more expensive than the $100 Pulse headset. I don't. They didn't announce a price,
Ooh,
but
good point.
I would assume that they might be maybe around the $150 range. It looks like they got a nice charging case that comes with it. So yeah, I just don't. I'd be interested to see how much it's going to be, but even if it's cheaper than the Pulse headset, I don't think I'm switching.
Yeah, my biggest difficulty with those is like Sony already makes a great earbuds, just regardless that I don't even know if you can use. I'm assuming you can just hook them up with Bluetooth. I haven't tried because I have the Pulse headset too,
Right.
and I love it. But I don't want to be wearing things in my ear for long terms if I'm gaming, so I
Yeah.
can't get into the earbuds myself. But it's cool. I'm glad they're innovating for different people, and if they're not using the Pulse headset and the earbuds are their thing, great. But honestly, I think the earbuds lean into the Project Q. I think that's why they're announced at the same time. You don't want to be out in that
Oh,
subway with a Pulse headset right on your head, but if you
that
just have an
makes
earbud in,
sense.
I think that guy on the subway is going to look a little cooler. You know.
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about that. Okay. Well, I appreciate you jumping on with me and going over this thing there, Rhino.
Yeah, buddy, it's been good, and I'm excited. Let's see what gaming has to offer, and Final Fantasy 16 next month. Let's get it.
I'll be interested to see it. I'll be trying it out, I think. Um, but everybody, if you're watching this, you made it this far, go over to RynoSlater Gaming on YouTube, check out his channel, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.